So I just stepped out here at my back door. It is freezing. I think it's in the 20s, 27. So it's April 22nd and it is raw. It feels like a fall day. It feels like a day really in November, like a brisk November day. Let me just pan. See, there's my downstairs basement there. Just walked out there. I don't even have shoes on. All right, so we got 5 acres here and really loving it. We really are very fortunate. There's our old Jeep, 2008 green Wrangler. I remember when we first got this, it was like, oh, what a weird color, disgusting, that line. But I don't know, I think we have 163,000 miles on it now. So so over there, that's where I started doing my videos, on that deck there. And I think it's, what is it, 23 feet, 24 feet long? Well, you can't really say. So anyway, let me just get right into this. I am going to play a clip from the Ring of Fire. What's his name? Francis Cousins, I believe. Is it, or Francis Karen? I don't know. The bald gentleman, if you will. I've been watching him for a couple of years. I think the other progressives started that channel. Is it Sam Cedar? I don't know. I maybe even be mispronouncing his name. But anyway, he's just terrific. I watched this. I watched David Pakman, the Young Turks. I haven't been watching the Young Turks lately, but those are some great internet programs. The libtard channels, right? The progressive Democrat liberals, the libtards. But anyway, let me play this clip and I will talk afterwards. Donald Trump, is he inciting violence, rioting? You decide. Watch.
Starting on Friday, Donald Trump started sending out a bunch of tweets. He had liberate Minnesota, liberate Michigan, liberate Virginia, and also keep an eye on Virginia because they're trying to take away your Second Amendment rights. And according to a former DOJ official by the name of Mary McCord, these tweets are almost, depending on whether or not you can prove intent, treason. For lack of a better word, this former DOJ official says, these could be construed as treason. Because what Donald Trump is doing, according to this former DOJ official, is he is trying to incite an insurrection against these democratically elected governors. Some Republican, some Democrat. Donald Trump doesn't care. Liberate these states, liberate these cities, liberate it all, and keep an eye on your Second Amendment rights, which you can't do. So according to this former official here, it says, quote, what he's saying when he has a Twitter following of millions and millions of people and gets instant coverage in the US and all over the world, it's very, very dangerous. There are people, armed people out there who listen to what he says and they act up on it in ways that are not always peaceful. Now, we didn't see any violence take place at any of the protests and rallies that happened over the weekend, but we did see plenty of photos of people there with their AR-15s, their semi-automatic rifles out there. These people came armed to the teeth at a rally that was just supposed to be about reopening the economy. There was literally no reason to have a gun there, but they did. And Donald Trump, again, depending on the intent, was encouraging this. And McCord also does point out the intent thing, right? Because you can't have a crime if you don't have the intent. So Donald Trump couldn't possibly be guilty of inciting an insurrection or treason, to boil it down to the non-fancy words, if it wasn't his intent to do so. But here's the thing, regardless of intent, the reason why Donald Trump wants the economy to reopen is because he personally is losing money. When people can't go to hotels, when they can't travel, they're not staying at Trump properties, obviously. They're not using Trump golf courses. They're not doing anything that's going to put more money in Donald Trump's pocket, and Donald Trump is starting to get angry about that. Folks, that is the only reason this man cares about reopening the economy right now. I can promise you he cares less, could not care less, about his reelection at the moment. Because he knows what he's up against on the Democratic side. He is not worried about that in the slightest. They've got that under control. What is not under control are his finances. This man stands to lose, I think the last report I saw was $1 million a day. Every day the economy is shut down. So it's no surprise that he wants to get things up and running. It's no surprise that he wants these people to go out there, risk their health and the health of everyone around them by staging these little protests. It's also no surprise to find out that massive right-wing groups, including those funded by the Koch brothers, are out there organizing these rallies because they're the same. The corporate masters want their money back. And if they have to risk your health to get it, then by God, that's a risk they're willing to take.
There, and I'm walking in. I've been spending a lot of time down here, my little man cave here, all my books. You see my guitar. Look at how many books I have. You know, so hundreds upstairs, and you know, so you know, I hang out here, you know, and there's our litter box. We have 3 cats. And I had my lunch there. There's my Fender. Well, anyway, you don't want to hear this. You want me to talk about the video there. So let's call a spade a spade. Donald Trump is inciting an insurrection against the Dems, you know. And as you see, he stated, what's his name? Farron Cousins? I don't know. You just watched it. You know, I should get his name right. But is there intent? But obviously, let's call a spade a spade. We know what Donald Trump is doing. He's a very dangerous man. Okay, let's vote him out in November. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Taper Talk. How about all these tapes here I have? What was that, Snatch? I have a lot of UFC stuff, too. I'm a UFC fan. If you watch my channel, I got a lot of UFC stuff. Okay, I digress. Good day, everyone.